Right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Yes. Right, I'm back, man. Finally, man. Back in action, man. I'm back. Just like your taxes. Just like your karma. I'm back, man. Right, so what we're doing today. Today we are working in Unreal Engine 5 and we're creating a camera switching system in just C++, so no blueprints. This is a third-person example project that I'm using, which is a C++ build, not a blueprint build. So I thought I'd let you know that before we get started. The first thing I'm going to do, I'll press play, so you can see what it is we're going to implement today. So here we are. This is our third-person example character. So we'll just have to walk around. As you can see, we can orbit around the character freely. Now, if I press C, now we're in first person. See? We are around in first person. No. So that works, man. You know, press it again. Back, forward, back. So that's what we're doing today, basically. And I think if you're working in some kind of like 3D game, then maybe something like this would be good at the bare minimum, really. So yeah, without further ado, man, let's get into it, man. We'll come out of this. Double check we're recording. Oh, here we are. Thank the good Lord. We'll close this down. Where are we? Right. Yeah. So yeah. So I lost my bearings then. Right. So let's implement the functionality, shall we? So this is our third-person character, which is in the directory of content. There we are, third person in a blueprint. So we're going to click on this, your third-person character. Again, I'm working a third-person example project. So if you click on that and open that, I already had it open. You'll notice that we've already got a camera. We've already got that there. So what do we need to do? We need to basically create another one and then create a state to allow us to switch between two different cameras. We'll do that using the input as well, enhance input. So yeah, let's make it happen, man. So here, if you just click on this, this will take us to the class that this blueprint derives from. It will open the Visual Studio. I've already got it open. So here we are. So here we are. We've got, first of all, we've got our first camera, our camera boom, sorry, which this basically stops our cameras from like clipping through walls. So let's say when your character's going around a corner, you don't want your camera to bounce, sorry, to go clean through a wall, because you'll be able to see through buildings and stuff like that, innit? And then this is our actual camera. So the first thing we're going to do is rename this to, just click, right click, select, rename. This is the much quicker way, so we don't have to go through each and every part. Third person camera boom. That's that done. And we've got our normal camera here. We're gonna rename this now. Rename. We'll call this third person camera. So obviously we need to have a third person camera boom and a third person camera, because we're gonna have a first person one as well. So we're gonna copy this, select all of that, copy that, slap that under there, bang, and then we're going to change this to first. So we've got two different cameras that we need to create. Lovely, lovely, wonderful. Let's create an input as well, action. So where we've got any of these, as long as this is an action, we'll copy this as well, slap that under there, and we're going to call this cam action. Lights, camera, action, man. Haha, I'm so funny. So hang on. Right, yeah, so we've got everything we need. Going further and further down. In our protected function, you can put it anywhere you want, but I'm just going to put it in protected. I'm going to say we've got to create a state for our camera, sorry, for our player to be able to switch to the camera. So we're going to say void cam switch, and don't forget your parameters. Bam, there we are. So that's there. We're going to get green squiggly lines. So we're going to right click, and we'll create a definition to that. It'll just jump us straight to, we'll go back there. So we've got our camera switch done. What else do we need to do? We can set up a bull as well. We need to set up a bull for our actual camera state. Yeah, camera state. So which is it gonna be true or false in it? So we'll say bull be cam. Whoops, switch sausage fingers. There we are. So that's that done. Right. So I think we've got pretty much everything we need in our character header file. Set up camera switch. Oh no, we haven't. I forgot to do something. Hey, hey, hey. Hang on a minute. We'll copy this as well. Bang, slap that there. And then here, we'll just change the name of this to third person. And we'll just say third person. Now this will be, of course, our first person. Yeah, first person. First person. Da, da, da. First person. First person. The first person. Yeah. So that's all working now. So we've got everything we need in our header file, I believe so. Right. Let's go into our CPP file and go straight up to our constructor. So the first thing we're going to need to do is here we've already got everything we need to construct our third person camera. So guess what we need to do? Surprise, surprise. We can just copy this, slap that under there. Oh, why didn't that work, man? Sorry. Copy this. And we'll change this to first, because we need to construct our camera boom, because each camera needs to have its own camera boom. I'll explain in a second. Let me just copy all these into, sorry, change the names of all these. Oops. Yeah. Wonderful, man. Absolutely wonderful. Right. So here's our first person camera. Now we need to make sure that we say to our third person camera, sorry, our first person camera needs to get our first person camera, not our third person camera boom. So we'll change that. Oh, and finally, do not skip this whatever you do. Notice how we've got camera boom here and camera boom there. That isn't going to work. We need to have, these need to have separate names. We can't have two things called the same name, camera boom. So I'm just going to be lazy and I'm just going to say camera boom 1, camera boom 1. So that's for our third person. And this can be 2. You can come back and call it whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to call it for now, man. So we don't have any silly errors. So that's all that done there. Wonderful. Now just under here, we'll say bull cam. We need to declare our bull that we set up in the in our header file. So there isn't a right or wrong for this. This is basically your preference. You know, do you want to have your camera be true or false on start, and that will depend on whether you're in third person or first person perspective. So that's done. Wonderful. Going down. Haha. Now in your input, let's set up an input. So we'll just grab this, so we don't have to type it all because I just can't be bothered. It'll save time. Slap that there. Now this is for our input in it. We need to be able to call the function when we press a key button or a button, for example, on our gamepad. So we'll go back to our header file. What did we call it? We called it cam action. So our action is called cam action. Lights, camera, action. Haha, same joke twice. So let's go. There we are, cam action. So that's what we're calling now. We're not calling look because we're not trying to look around. What are we calling? We're calling the state, sorry, the function we created. So what's it called? It's called cam switch. It's right there and it's empty. So we'll go back up. I'm going to change this to cam action. Yay. I won't make the joke again, I promise, man. So I think we got, oh hang on, I made a mistake. Oh, can you see what I've done? I did it on purpose. See if you'd get it. Cam action, no I didn't. That's meant to be called cam switch, sorry. So we got there. Aha, there we are, done. So now we can now call this in the engine once we set up the inputs in the engine, which I'll do in a second. So last thing we need to do is go all the way down, or to wherever your function is called cam switch, and let's set up the two states that we're going to need. We'll say if b cam switch equals true. If it's true, oopsie daisy. We'll say b cam switch equals false. Then we'll say third. I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. Just follow along. I got you, man. Third person. Set active. I think active. So we say it's false or true. It doesn't really matter, does it? False. First person camera. Yeah. Set active will be true. Right. So I'm doing multiple things at once. And just take into account BU rotation rule equals true. No. Yeah, equals true. I will explain what I'm doing in a second. Bear with me. Getting there. Slowly but surely, man, we're getting there, man. Hang in there, I believe in you. Right. So, I think we've got... Right, so basically what we're doing here is we're basically saying if it's true, then it's going to be false. Then we're going to set our third person camera active is false. And then obviously if this camera is false, then it's common sense this one's going to be true. If this one's true, we need to rotate. We need to rotate from basically the character and the camera need to rotate together. Kind of what you get in a first-person shooter. Whereas if we're in third-person perspective, this is true. Then obviously we want this to be false. However, this might be different for you, depending on the kind of game we're making. Hang on a minute, are we recording? Let me just double check. I'm paranoid as hell. I keep thinking we're not recording. So I think we've got everything we need, man. Cell Park Constructor. Let's have a quick recap of what we've done. So, character header file. We basically copied and pasted the code from the third person. We set up a cam action input. Let's have a look. Set up our return. We set up our bull. So have a looky wookie. We set up our bulls, we set up our constructor, we renamed everything accordingly. Got to double check, yeah, we did that. And then in our cam switch, we set up our state. So I think we're pretty much good to go. So let's go back into the engine. Right, let's close this. Save, we're all saved. Now sometimes when you recompile after adding something like a camera, your engine might crash. This is perfectly normal, so don't panic and fret. Don't worry. We're going to press compile. And we're compiling, man. Oh, Oh man, I think all that hard work deserves a cappuccino. Come on, man, be quick. You know, when I'm doing this on my own, this is really quick, man. Yeah, I knew that would happen. Of course, it would have to happen while I'm doing a video. So let's restart. Don't panic. Everything should be there when we restart the engine. Right, back in action, man. So if you open your third-person character, you'll notice now what have we got. Go to our viewport. Hey, we've got apparently 2 cameras. So we need to grab a hold, not of our third person, but of our first person camera. We need to bring this forward and then just stick that on our character's head, like that. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time prattling about the values. I'll let you do that. You might want something different to me. And we can just press compile. Now, if we press play now, we're still in our third person camera because we haven't set up the inputs. You see? So how are we going to do that? We need to set up the inputs, man. So let's do that now. So let's double check that's all right. Yeah, I should do the job, man. So let's go to our inputs, man. Input. And let's go to our actions. So I've added a few here, but you'll have at least jump. So I've already added it in here. Camera switch. So the way you would do that is, I'm just going to delete that, so I can show you how to do it. Let's delete that. So let's say we've got jump. We can just duplicate jump, and we're going to call this. Oops. Cam. IA cam. Yeah. Click on that. Consume inputs. Digital bulk. Yeah, that's correct. So we can close that. So now we need to go back to our input and then go on our IMC default. You see that there? That's in your input folder. This will already be there. So don't panic, man. We'll click on this. We will add an input. Yeah. So I'm going to make mine obviously iCam. What key am I going to use? I'm going to use C for cameraman. Okay. The bloody hell, man. Oh, there we are. There's C. So C for camera. Yeah. Close that. So, oops. Close that. Make sure you save. Nothing worse than losing your work. Back to our blueprints. I'll go back to our camera. Sorry, our character. First we need to do, actually, to make life easier, in our search, type in input. You'll notice that our cam action is here, is completely missing. There we are, IA cam, bang. We'll save that, compile, close, press play, there we are. So we're now in our third person again, and if I press C, why is that not working? Let me double check what we've done. Hang on. Apologies. Let me just check what's happening. We could probably change this to, sorry, my bad. Let's try completed. So that was our inputs that we just changed there. There we are, that's working, man. So as you can see, we're now running around in third person. Whee! And we can switch back to first, third, first, third, first, third. Da, 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 da. Wonderful, man. So, yeah, make sure you like and subscribe for more. I've got some more cool stuff I'm working on. I've got some AI stuff I'm working on as well. Everything here has been done in C++. It's still a work in progress, but once it's done, I will share that with you guys, man. So, yeah. Have a great weekend, week. Have a great week, man. It's only, what day is it? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday, yeah. Only days.